What's up, class? What's up, man? Yo, today we talking about how women secretly shit test you, man. Those of you guys that's dealing with women dating and in a relationship, you know what I mean? Your women, they secret shit test is not to say nothing. They sit there and don't say nothing. They don't ask for nothing. They don't, you know what I mean? They watch you and they watch your movement. You know what I mean? And normally guys, they fall for this every time. Guys start switching up their patterns. Guys start switching shit up, trying to do all this funny okie doke shit. Or you start pushing all your money at this woman. Then she knows she got you now. She knows she got you. So they go into silent mode, right? When they go into silent mode, you look over and you keep doing what the fuck you doing, guys, all right? Subscribe and come on into the class. See y'all in the chat, man.
We're gonna talk about woman testing. These actions are known as shit testing, and they are usually done by women to observe how you react in challenging circumstances. At first, some of the shit testing will frequently take the form of questions. They will question you in an effort to elicit a response, or a response from you depending on that response. It's a lot more complicated than that, but they do know how to treat you. I'm going to use the term alpha male, beta man, only to try to categorize people in relation to the reactions. However, when you discuss shit testing, the goal is to elicit an emotional response from you, based on your results on the crap test, and to observe how you respond to inquiries. And unfortunately, all ladies do it. It's a part of their nature based on your performance of the shit test. She knows how to treat you in that relationship, whether it's a short-term situation or a long-term situation. Now, let's go through the basics of it and category. How the woman testing works. Now, at the beginning of the relationship, say you're just learning who the individual is. You might be at the bar, the bookshop, or wherever else you happen to be. Basic crap testing takes the form of questions or quick solutions to a predicament. Here, we're going to provide you a little example. She is essentially testing the waters. So, for example, if you go up to a female and inquire, you wish to know her information, her phone number, or anything like, "I have a boyfriend now," is a normal response she would give if she wasn't interested. Most of them haven't given it any more consideration than that. They simply believe that will be the end. Most of the time, the person will pack up his belongings and head the other direction. But if you respond in a classic way to say, "Oh, sorry for you, your friend's hotter anyway," but you can get her attention back onto you where she doesn't expect it, then you may be able to pass that particular woman test. She may not be interested in you anyway, but at the end of the day, you don't get the last word in that situation. Another classic one is, "Do I look fat in this dress?" The best way to handle that, obviously, is to not get in the situation where "No, honey. Oh, you look great. All right." These are all little classic things that, and when you're met, you don't have to deal with this stuff. All right. 'Cause you gone your own way. But for the men, just being aware of what these are, okay. You won't appear any heavier than the other women present if you give her a backhanded compliment. She is currently unsure about where to put that. She is aware that you have a retort for it. At the end of the day, you can offer her a backhanded compliment and move on. You won't be a beta male or a simp about that specific question and attempt to tell her what she wants to hear. All right. And she will know at that particular point that you are gonna make a joke of the situation and not take it seriously. And then she's not even gonna consider your opinion at that point, or she's not gonna try to test you in that particular way. All right. So those are the basic levels of the woman testing game. They're all in the form of questions or immediate responses to see how you react. Now let's get to the advanced level game. These are the advanced level games that she will try to use to assert her dominance over you, or she's testing her limits with you. Now, these are outside of the realm of questions for the most part. She's gonna start asking you to do things for her to try to see if you will, in fact, do. If you are sitting on the couch, she might ask you to go to the refrigerator and get a beer and bring it back to her. All right. That right there is testing her limits. She's not trying to see if you're gonna be respectful, but if you buck up and get up off the couch and go get her a beer and bring it back. Now you just taking yourself from the dominant to the submissive in that, at that particular. Say for instance, it's your wife, it's your girlfriend, or whoever it is that is visiting that house, and you go and get that beer, you go and get that glass of water. She's drier than the Sahara Desert at that particular point. No game that you're gonna bring to the table right now is gonna get her wet. Right? Because you've assumed the role of the submissive. She is now dry. Are you okay? You are seated on the sofa. You instruct her to go up even though you are in the kitchen. Her own beer. Are you okay? That is not the case in this instance. Okay. So you want to dunk her. You do not want to drench her. She thus strives to establish power in these circumstances. Another example of this was stay-at-home moms will do this. You're at work all day. She's at home with the kids all day. She's doing whatever she can. I don't know. We don't know what she's doing with her particular time, but she has her schedule with the... Now she may have forgotten to get something from the grocery store, but here you are at work. She'll text or call you at work to urge you to go get a gallon of milk and bring it home for her since she forgot. Okay, whatever you had planned to make for dinner isn't happening if it calls for milk. I spent the entire day at work. Stopping at the store is the last thing I want to do in milk. I'm good. All day, you've been at home. Whatever it is you've been doing, keep it up. You had errands to run. You must prioritize your time as a mother because it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to serve as the home's domestic engineer. You are to be the provider, and you expect me to take care of your behind. It is a woman test. The minute you stop at the store one time, don't think that you are not gonna keep stopping at the store. And she gonna keep forgetting things in the future and realize that you are the backup in that situation. That's your job, guys. That's your job, ladies. Make sure you go ahead and get the milk. Do a better job at your job, and I'll do a better job at my. I don't need to be doing your job and my job at the same time. All right. Another one where she's trying to assert her dominance over you. And this is when you see these beat-up husbands sitting on the sideline at the mall holding ladies' purses while they go and shop in the mall. Okay. And these guys are sitting there all slumped over, holding purses while these ladies are going to spend the money that they probably brought, and it is a shit test. First of all, why are you going to the mall with your girlfriend, wife, whatever? I don't see any reason for me to be going to the mall with you, all right? Especially if I know you're gonna be shopping. You do that on your own time, and in my particular opinion, you do that on your own time. Now, when people say, I don't like to play games, this is the games that we're talking about. When men say that we don't to play these particular games, but ladies naturally have to put themselves in this situation to either provide themselves with security or test your limits with them, to assert their dominance over you or for you to continue to assert your dominance over them. This is gonna happen, or to break up the relationship. This is why I don't participate in relationships long term. This is why I don't participate in marriages, because who wants to deal with that? I have better things to do than to deal with that. So if you've been going through any of these, you know how it works.